What if the answers we seek have been staring us in the face all along, locked inside the minds of children? Today, we're unlocking case file AL 2026-400, the Ariel school incident. September 16, 1994. Ruwa, Zimbabwe. 62 children at the Ariel school reported witnessing a landed craft and encountering strange beings. But this isn't just another blurry photo or eyewitness account. We have multiple, corroborated testimonies from credible witnesses, the children themselves. What sets this case apart isn't just the sheer number of witnesses, or their detailed, consistent accounts. It's the unsettling silence that followed from the usual avenues of disclosure. Something powerful stepped in to bury this truth, something that points directly to U.S. government intervention. The Anomaly Ledger is here to expose the hidden hand. Let's rewind to that fateful day. The children, ranging in age from 5 to 13, were at recess. They described seeing a silver craft descend from the sky, landing in a nearby field. Initially, some thought it was the headmaster's new car, but that innocent dismissal quickly turned to terror. The craft was followed by beings, described as small, dark-skinned creatures with large, black eyes. These beings communicated telepathically, projecting images of environmental devastation into the children's minds. Deforested landscapes, polluted waters, dying animals. Critically, many children, kept separated during the interviews following the event, reported the same details, including the vivid, emotionally charged visions. Later, Harvard psychiatrist John Mack interviewed many of these children, finding no evidence of fabrication or delusion. Mack, known for his work with alien abduction experiencers, became convinced of the children's sincerity, stating their experience was real to them, whether or not it was real in the conventional sense. Real, and the U.S. government certainly thought so. The smoking gun, or perhaps a fingerprint, lies in the subtle but undeniable U.S. influence in Zimbabwe's political landscape at the time. While publicly proclaiming its commitment to humanitarian aid and economic development, the U.S. maintained a powerful diplomatic presence. Zimbabwe was a young, unstable nation. This environment created fertile ground for quiet manipulation. Consider the aftermath of the Ariel school incident. Initial investigations by local authorities were surprisingly thorough, but abruptly ceased. The children were discouraged from speaking about what they saw, and the teachers were told to dismiss the event as mass hysteria. Was this just the natural progression of dismissing a UFO event as some kids making up a story? Or was there something far more sinister going on? Could the U.S., fearful of the potential global impact of validating extraterrestrial contact, have used its influence to bury the story and maintain a veneer of normalcy? I think so, especially as Zimbabwe was reliant on U.S. aid packages. The key here is that pressure wouldn't be overt or formal. Instead, the Americans would use more deniable channels. But there is a clear pattern to find. Consider this. Why didn't the Zimbabwean government persist with the case? Their resources were stretched as it was. A small, unstable nation struggling with its own internal problems isn't equipped to handle something like this, and it would potentially invite unwelcome international scrutiny. What followed was systematic dismissal by authorities, ridicule in the local media, erasure of the children's experience. This is precisely how cover-ups operate. Not with blatant denials, but with the slow, insidious erosion of credibility. Then what happened to those initial reports from teachers at Ariel School? Many say these were locked away by police who then stopped their investigation and labeled it all as fantasy. We have witness reports by locals alleging that a mysterious U.S. military contingent arrived in Ruwa and then departed soon after. These are the telltale signs. Not explosions, but whispered agreements, hidden agendas and the soft blueprint of foreign involvement in what was thought to be a local and personal experience. We haven't spoken much about Dr. John Mack, but we have to, because his role is the crux of the case. Following the incident, Mack's work became the subject of intense scrutiny and ridicule by his peers. A man as academically renowned as Mack being interested in UFO encounters, abduction scenarios and little Zimbabwean schoolchildren. Suddenly he became an outcast in the very community he used to lead. Did you hear much coverage of it on TV back in 1994? I don't think so. Was Mack silenced by something bigger? We suspect the most interesting thing here is not why Mack took an interest, but why everyone else stopped showing interest. His reputation was attacked and defiled. If the goal was to simply hide an incident, the attacks on Mack might suggest there was fear from other nations to investigate UFO phenomenon for themselves. To look into this is to ask some dangerous questions indeed. Is it just coincidence that a credible Harvard psychiatrist met with so much scorn from his peers for validating claims of these Zimbabwe children? We believe it's not, because Mack would have had insights into this U.S. pressure, given his prominence in academic circles. It is now time we let his insights speak.
This video contains unsubstantiated allegations of U.S. government intervention in Zimbabwe in 1994, following reports of alleged extraterrestrial contact near Ruwa. It is the official position of the United States government that it has no record of involvement in the aforementioned incident. The events surrounding the Ariel school remain unexplained. Viewers are reminded that while the dissemination of information is critical, they should not rely on unofficial sources and exercise critical thinking skills before believing the many unsubstantiated narratives described in the video.
62 children, a landed craft, telepathic communication, environmental warnings, and a cover-up orchestrated at the highest levels. The Ariel school incident isn't just about little green men. It's about power. It's about control. It's about who gets to decide what we know. We have established there are significant reasons to assume this event was subject to government influence from abroad. The next step for our investigators: find definitive proof. What specific resources were employed? What chains of command were involved? Why was the U.S. so worried by a little craft with green men? Stay tuned to the Anomaly Ledger. Join the inner circle today. Until next time, question everything.